Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ace! There we go now. Green 90. Green 90. No. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Lindsey, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsay, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out of the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Hey, 52. Stay hot. We're good. Hey, orange. Hey,
From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got it, the tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Keenum to throw for it on fourth. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, go, Roger. Man down. Man down. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, on. Hey, on.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some space here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Play 58, Will.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Ace, ace. Z. Hold up.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go now.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8. A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at Philly and Jacksonville and London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota. That should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need to win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5 in a row.
They got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Orange! 52, here we go.
On play action, it's Keenum. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Keenum now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Keenum again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
22. They go side. Hey, 50.
To the air again, Keenum. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And McManus able to put it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got daylight. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 55 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 52 yards. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Booker, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Juked him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Roger.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. In for the score, and the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, go, Roger. Here goes the high. Right 20. Mary left, Mary left.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, on. Hey, Mike's right. Switch.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
22.
To throw is Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Jam. Hey, orange.
Keenum now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And his throw here is incomplete. The veteran Adam Jones there on the coverage. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 42 yards. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
But he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Mahomes now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is caught. Watkins. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One final try for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check